Hey there everyone, what's up? This is Iram here, and today we are going to create a product page. Here is the product page. This product page is related to this e-commerce website. Few months ago I have created this e-commerce website page, and many of you have asked me about product page of this website, and about a logo in an image. So our logo, image logo. Okay, here this logo is just a text logo, but I have seen that many of you have asked me this in the comment section, that how they can add the image logo, or how would be the product page. So here is the category or the product page I've created in the context of this web page. Okay, this e-commerce website. So we are going to create this product page today. Now let me close this one. So it has an image. This is an image. Okay, then here is a drop down list. Then I didn't add that nav bar. It's a little bit different because all of the questions you have asked me, I try to add all those things here, like this drop down list and the image plus the breadcrumbs and the filters, all these things. Okay, so you guys will I hope that you guys will like this, and those who were asking from me about this one, I'm sure that it is going to help you guys in your project. So again, let's move on and let me show you this. Again, as I've told you, this is an image, the navigation, the nav links with a drop down, and what is this, shopping cart. Then we do have this side section of some product filters. Okay, and then here, when user is going to hover over the image, here the image is going to have a wish list or a shopping cart icon. Okay, shopping cart icon, and then the here is, and yeah, and it has more items or button for loading more items. Okay, so it's a very simple project, and it is especially for those who were asking me about all these things, and I have added all those things what you guys were asking from me. Okay, it is responsive too. Let me show you the responsiveness of this. You guys can see here is the drop down menu. Okay, let me close it. The logo is in the middle, and then we do have these product filters and the products. When I click on it, the image, the icons appear, icons are appearing. So it is responsive. Everything is in the middle of the screen, stacked nicely on top of each other, and here is the more items button. I didn't add any footer in this one, so it would be according to your choice. Whatever the footer you guys want to have in this project, you guys can add it. Okay, let's start working with this product or a category page. So here is the VS Code editor, Visual Studio Code, and I already have a folder on my desktop. The folder name is product cat, and we are going to create within this folder, we are going to create files within this folder. So the first one, I would like to go with the index.html. As usual, I have used the Bootstrap in this one. Okay, main.css. Here I do have a Bootstrap extension B4. Press enter, and here is the starter template or a boilerplate. And now let's say product category. Okay, and then let's link our style sheet with this. So link related to style sheet, and this style sheet is going to be main.css. Then I would like to have Google fonts. So here I want to use, let's use the Open Sans. Okay, so click on Open Sans, and here I would like to go with this 400 and then this 600 bold, and then 700. Okay, and I want to use this link, and if you guys want to have it, go and download it. I don't want to download it, and then I want to go here. Let me add this link here. Okay, then it has another thing which is for CSS. So here is CSS rules to specify families. Let me copy this one here in the main.css body and paste it here. Save it too. Okay, then I would like to go with font awesome icon for the shopping cart fonts, and for these shopping cart fonts, this cart font, and I have used these for the nav bar also. Okay, here is a font awesome icon website, so fontawesome.com, and you guys start for free. Okay, and when you click on start for free, add your email address, click on this button, follow the instruction, you are going to get an email address. I have my code here, I'm using this one, so copy this and I want to paste it here. Okay, if you want to download it, you can download it too, but I'm using the CDN links, so I just copy and paste the links. Let me close this one and this one too, and now let's start working. Let's start creating our product category page. Okay, I need some room here in this section, in the body section. So here, let's start having comments first. So this comment are going to be known as a, let's say, nav bar. Okay, and end of nav bar. Then okay, so let's go with the header element and assigning it a class. This class is going to be main menu, and then I would like to have another class which is going to be menu only. Then let's have a div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw, not raw, sorry, container. Let's have a container, spelling is fine, container fluid. Okay, to keep it responsive. And then let's go with another div, assigning it a class. This is going to be raw, and then let's align items center and justify content center. Let's have another div, assigning it a class. This is going to be column. Here I'm defining the breakpoints, large 11. Let's have a nav here, assigning it a class, nav element from HTML5, and this class is going to be nav bar. Then let's have a nav bar expand and large. Then let's go with nav bar light. I have defined all these things in the previous projects. If you are new here, please watch any other previous video or video from this channel, and you will know that how all these things are working. So here, let's say the class is, these are the Bootstrap classes. Okay, the class is nav bar brand. This is for the logo. Okay, the logo we are going to add. Here I want to say the href is, let's say, index.html. Okay, when anybody is going to click on the logo, they are going to get to this main page. So here the image, the one those who were asking from me about the image, how this add the image. So here this section is for you guys. Let's use the image source, and the source I do have the images. Yes, I'm using the same old images from that previous website web page, and all these images I've got from pexels.com. okay, So within this images folder, I do have a logo image. The name of the image is logo.png. I've created this image just by using some font on in Photoshop. Okay, and then let's have a button here, button element, then assigning it a class, and this class is going to be navbar toggler, and let's have a type. The type is going to be button, and then we have to use a data. All these are from Bootstrap. It's a Bootstrap class, and everything is here I'm using in the navbar or in this section are from the Bootstrap. Most of the classes are from Bootstrap. This is also from the Bootstrap. So now then data toggle is going to collapse, and let's say data target is going to be, let's have an ID. ID is my nav, and aria control is again going to be my nav, okay. Then I would like to go with aria expanded, and aria expanded is going to be false. Then we have to use aria label. This would be toggle navigation. Then I would like to use a span element here with a class. This class is going to be nav icon, okay, and nav icon is going to have a font awesome icon class within this span element. So I class FASFA bars and close the tag, save it. Okay, let's move on to the browser. I'm using the live editor, live server. So where is the live? Here it is, open with live server. Okay, so here is the logo image. Okay, this is what I've created with using a font. Okay, so it's an image as I've shown you here. You can see logo.png. So not this one, sorry, this one. Okay, now let's and let me show you another thing, which is this is from Font Awesome icon, the nav bar, the bars, okay, for this hamburger menu. So let's move on to the index.html, and now after this button element, let's create another div with a class, and this class is going to be collapse and navbar. Again, it's a Bootstrap class, collapse main menu and main menu item. Okay, then here I would like to have an ID too. So here the ID would be my nav. This ID, I'm talking about this target. Okay, so this target ID, data target, this ID I'm using here. Within this, let's have a unordered list, assigning it a class. This class is going to be navbar nav. Let's have a list item, assigning it a class. It is going to be nav item. Class is going to be nav link, href, and I don't want to go with a link here, but it should be whatever you want to name it. Okay, I just want to keep it keep this video brief and don't want to make it too long. Okay, this product page. So here within this after this home, okay, actually first of all I would like to change something here. The second one is going to be drop down class. So for the drop down menu, okay, then the nav link, and here I should add another class. This class is going to be drop down toggle. Okay, and here I would like to have an ID of navbar. Let's say navbar drop down. Let's say 1. Okay, navbar drop down 1. If you guys want to have another one, then you guys can change it to 2, 3, and so on and so forth. And then I would like to have a rule. So the rule, I have to assign a rule. This rule is going to be button, and then we have to go with a data toggle, and the data toggle is going to be drop down. Okay, drop down, and let's have a aria has pop up, and this is going to be true. True. Then aria expanded, so aria expanded is going to be false, and here in place of this home I would like to use shop. Okay, shop. Then we have to go with the drop down menu items. So for this, let's have another div assigning a class. Class is going to be drop down menu, and aria labeled by and navbar drop this one. Let me copy this. Okay, aria is labeled by navbar. This is going to be navbar drop down 1. Okay, let's have another anchor tag and assign it a class. This class is going to be drop down item. So drop down item, and let's have href. Then let's see shop, and I would like to copy the same element, the same line, and let's have it here. And here it is going to be product. Okay, so for those who want to know about the drop down, and this should be shop, I think. Let me check something here. Shop category and product details. So where is this? Shop category and product details. Okay, and then we have to go with another list item. So this list item is going to have a class again, nav item, and anchor tag assigning a class, nav link, and then we have to go with the href and contact. Okay, save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so we do have home, shop, and contact. Okay, so the next thing is I just want to check something. Let me recheck my code. I think I don't think I have missed anything, but just for avoiding the mistakes and errors, let me check this one. Nav item drop down, and navlink drop down toggle. Yeah, here is the first mistake. I found navlink drop down toggle, and the ID is the href is navbar drop down 1, then the rule is button, and data toggle is drop down aria has pop. Aria has pop up, and aria has pop up is true, aria expanded false, and is shop another div, drop down menu, and drop down drop navbar drop down. So it is not drop. Again, another mistake. And then drop down item. Okay, let me save it. I just want to check it again. Yeah, now we do have this button. So mistakes I've made, now I fixed it. Okay, now I think we should go to the CSS and style this first, or let's create the breadcrumbs section and then we will style it. And yes, we have to create the shopping cart also, so the shopping cart icon. So first of all, let's go and create the shopping cart icon div, assigning it a class, and let's say display flex, and here within this div class, the class is going to be cart, and font awesome icon class, this is going to be FA shopping cart. Okay, and let's save it now. Okay, so we do have a shopping cart here. Let's create the the marker for the breadcrumb section, and this one, and then later we will style them together. Okay, so here in the index.html, our header section is done. So after this header section, let's have a comments. So the comments are going to be breadcrumbs. Okay, now let's start creating it with the section element, and the section element is going to have a class. Again, it is from Bootstrap, breadcrumb, and breadcrumb background. This is what I'm going to use in CSS, this breadcrumb BG. Then let's have a div here, assigning it a class, and this is going to be container. Then let's have another div, assigning it a class. This is going to be raw, justify content center, justify content center. Okay, and div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column lg12, and let's have another div, assigning it a class crumb inner. Okay, so div class crumb inner, and then I would like to go with another div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be crumb text. Okay, and then with a p element, home and category. Okay, let's save it. For you guys, I have opened getbootstrap.com website here. So here, if you want to know about the breadcrumbs, so you guys can see that it's a component, and you can see that here is the code for this. Okay, for the breadcrumb, and all the classes, predefined classes here in this one. So you guys can see, if you want to know anything about this, please check the Bootstrap documentation. Okay, then we have done until now. So let's first of all, let's go to the product category, and here you guys can see that here is the breadcrumb section. And now let's go to the main.css and start styling it. So first of all, after this body, I would like to go with the list item. I want to define the list item globally, and let's say list style type is none. Okay, because we are going to use them, so it should be here. I want it to define it globally. Okay, now let's start working with the main class of main menu and navbar brand. Okay, main menu and navbar brand. Let's have a padding top here. So it is going to be, I'm using rems here, so 0 rem, and padding bottom, this is going to be 0 pixel. Okay, then I would like to go with main menu again. Okay, so let's have another class, main menu navbar, and this is going to have a padding of 0 pixels. Then I would like to go with main menu item, so main menu item with unordered list and the list item, and then again the nav link, and here the nav link is going to have a color, so the color is going to be black. Then we'd like to go with the font size, which is 15 pixels, and padding 35 pixels, and 25 pixels, and mistake here. Okay, text transform, so this is going to be capitalized. Line height, it would be 12 pixels. Let's go with the font weight, so 400. Okay, let me check again here something about the font. So I have used 400, 600 and 700. Okay, then I would like to go with let me get this same selector, this main menu nav link, and okay, and I would like to go with the hover. So the hover color is also going to be black. Now let's define it at media and only screen, and the minimum width for this is going to be 992 pixels, then and the max width is going to be 1200 pixels. Then let's say main menu and main menu item, unordered list item, then nav link, and here let's have a padding of 35 pixels and then 20 pixels. Okay, then I would like to go with the shopping cart menu icon, sorry. So cart class with a font awesome icon, and color is going to be black. Then I would like to have a position, so it is going to be relative z index 1, and font size would be 15 pixels. Then I would like to go with I would like to copy this selector, copy this, paste it here, and let's use a pseudo element after, and sneak out me. Okay, and then let's have a position. It is going to be absolute. Then we have to go with the border radius 50%. This thing I'm working here now is for, let me show you, for this, and there is a very small item number, number 5, over this shopping cart icon. So now we are styling for this thing, okay, for this icon or this number, this small number. And you guys can see that here we don't have that, but when I will save it, you guys will see the changes, okay. And then let's have a background color. So the background of this one is going to be 7E, 7A, and 7A. Oh, sorry. 7E, 7A, 7A. Okay. Let's go with the width. The width is going to be 14 pixels. And height is also 14 pixels. Right is going to be -8 pixels, and the top is also going to be -8 pixels. The content for this is, I've used the number 5 there, so the content is 5, and let's use the text align standard. And line height would be 15 pixels. Let's go with the font size, and the font size here is 10 pixels. And let me bring it here. Okay, then we have to go with the color. So the color is going to be white. Save it now, and let's move on to the browser first. Let's see. Okay, so here is the icon and all the thing inside it, okay, and the content inside it. The next is drop down menu. So first of all, if you guys see that it's very boring, so we have to work with this drop down, and drop down, then drop down menu. Let's add the transition here. So the transition is going to be all 0.5 seconds, and overflow hidden, transform origin. So transform origin is going to be top, center, top and center. Then we have to go with transform. Here is the transform scale, and scale is going to be 1 and 0. Then let's use the display property and block. Okay, so after this, let's use the border, and border is going to be 0 pixel solid transparent. Background is going to be black. Save it, and here we go. So okay, need to work on it still. Then we have to go work with the items. So I just want to copy this selector, copy this, paste it here, and let's say drop down item. Okay, and here font size is 14 pixels. Then we have to use the padding, and 8 pixels, 20 pixels, and I need to use the important flag here, so because we are overriding. So then we have to work with the color, and the color is going to be white. Let's go with the background color again, and black. Text transform, capitalize, save it. Now we have to create the hover effect, so drop down hover and drop down menu, transform scale 1. Okay, let's save it and let's see how does it look now. Okay, it has a nice effect. Fine. Okay, now let's work with the media, add media and media screen. So the max width is going to be 991 pixel. Main menu, padding 26 pixels and 0 pixel. Then I would like to have a menu class. Remember, we defined this menu class. Menu, main menu, item, and then here we are going to have a padding, padding left. This is going to be 0 pixels, and I would like to define the main menu. Again, main menu, item, and nav item. So the padding here would be 5 pixels, 15 pixels, and we are overriding, so let's go with the important flag. Again, what I'm thinking to have, I would like to copy this this selector, copy this, let's paste it here, and then let's have another class which is going to be the nav link, and let's define the padding here. The padding would be again 5 pixels, 15 pixels, and important flag. So important flag is going to be here. Then we have to use the color, and the color is going to be black. Okay, now let's use the navbar collapse and navbar collapse class here. Navbar collapse, z index is going to be 999, and let's say important. Position is absolute. Left would be 0, and top is going to be 50 pixels. Let's use the width, which is going to be 100%. Background color white, and text align is sender, and again we are overriding, so flag important. Then we have to use the drop down here within this media. So drop down and then drop down menu, and let's use the transform, and the scale is going to be here, the scale is going to be 1 and 0 again. Let's use the display. So for this I don't want to display everything, so it should be none. Margin top is going to be 10 pixels. And now we have to work with the navbar brand and image. So it is going, the maximum width is going to be 100 pixels. Then margin is going to be 0, auto, and position absolute. Let's use the left 0, right 0. Display inline block and top 0. Then we have to use the navbar light and navbar toggler. So here navbar, not brand but navbar light and navbar toggler. Border color is going to be transparent. Let's use the position absolute, left 0. Let's use the nav icon and for awesome icon, the color is going to be black because it was grayish. And let's use the main menu anchor tag for awesome icon, margin left actually, and not left, margin left, and it is going to be 13 pixels. And it's done. Now we have to do another media screen. So for media, max width is going to be 576 pixels, and here the main menu, not item but the main menu, is going to have a padding of 20 pixels and again 0 pixels. Then we have to work with add media only screen, and the minimum width is 576 pixels and max width is 767 pixels. Then we have to work with main menu, and padding would be 20 pixels and then 0 pixels, not PS. And then finally we are going to finish this main menu, and it's a main menu item, where justify content sender and the flag is going to be important. Save it. Let's move on to the browser. Okay, so here we are. Done. No, we have to style this breadcrumbs section. So, and here, as I've defined, show none, display none, so it is not displaying anything. Okay. Now let's style this breadcrumb section. So for this, let me go with the comments first, and breadcrumbs section. Okay, here we do have a class of breadcrumb, and within this class, let's use the position relative. The index is going to be 1, background would be 3.8 and 3a, and then 3a. Okay, it's gray, but bit dark variation, a little bit dark variation of this gray. Okay, then another breadcrumb, and the crumb inner class. So crumb inner, and it has a p element. So here the font size, we are going to use 15 pixels. Then let's use the color, which is white. Save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so now the next thing is we have to work with another breadcrumb class, and you know what, I need to define the margin. So within this, let me define margin bottom and 0 pixels, and let's say important, because we are overriding, so it is, I have to use this important flag. Okay, fine. So we have done with our breadcrumb section. Now let's move on to the index.html and start creating this side section. Okay, for this we are going to use a side element, HTML5, a side element, and here we go. So first of all, I would like to remove this, save it. So let's create the next section. So for this, let's have the element, comments sidebar, end of sidebar. Okay, so we are going to create this sidebar here in this section. Let's create a section element, assigning it a class. This is going to be category, and div with a class container, and let's have another div, have a class. This is going to be raw. Let's have another div, assigning it a class. This is going to be column lg3, wrapping div without any class, just a wrapping div. And here let's use the aside element, assigning it a class. This class is going to be side area and product side, and let's say side shadow. We are going to use all these classes in CSS, and let's use margin top 5. Okay, let's have a div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be side title, again we are going to use it in CSS. Let's have a heading 3, and the heading 3 is going to be product title. Okay, then we have to work with another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be site content. Okay, unordered list, with a class of list. Let's have a p element, and let's see, brands. Okay, then after this let's have list item, then input type. The type of input is going to be radio, and area label is radio button, so button. And let's have an anchor tag with nothing right now, and let's say Apple. Then I would like to go with another list item. So for this I just want to copy this one. Hold on, I just want to align it. It's not enough. Yep, should be here, and this should be here. And I would like to copy this, paste it here. In place of this Apple, let's use Rolex, and another. Here it is going to be Radu. Then we do have another one which is going to be Seiko. These are the watches brands, and it should be Samsung. Okay, then after let's have an other. First of all, let's save it. Let me show you what's going on here in the browser. So we do have the different brands. Okay, now we need the color. So for the colors, let's go back and let's have another list, unordered list item with a class, and class is same list. Then p element color, and let's go with the list item, and it is going to be the same. So I just want to sorry, it shouldn't be here. Let me copy this one. So the list item from here to here, I need to use the colors here. So for the color, I do have a alignment problem here. So let me fix this alignment too. Okay, so here the title is going to be changed, so I should say black, and let me copy this one. This is going to be black leather, and this would be black with red, and let's say gold, and another should be space gray. Okay, space gray. Let's save it, and in the browser. Okay, so we do have the colors and product brand. So I think let's style this section, and then we will move on to the other one. So here is the problem. Where is the problem? List item, and yes, here it is in the list item, and black leather, and here again it should be within the list item, and this is also going to be list item. Oops. Save it, move on to the browser now, and let's see. Okay, now everything is fine. So first of all, let's style this, and then we will move on to the next section. Here in the main.css, sorry, not here. Let's go with the sidebar section. So I just need to check something, which is side area. Okay, so let's start working with the class of side area. Side area is going to have a margin bottom, not button, bottom 30 pixels. Then let's use side area last child, which would have a margin bottom of 0 pixels, and there must be some problem. Side area last child, and yes, this shouldn't be here. This is here. Okay, then we have to go with the content. So for this, let's go with the product side, and the side content where the border bottom is 1 pixel solid, and the color is white, not pure white but whitish. Then we have to work with the product side and this side content plus, let me copy this, add it here, and let's say last child, and here the border bottom would be 0 pixels. Then we have to work with the product side and list, and then let's say border top 1 pixel solid, and here is the color. So padding top would be 25 pixels, margin top would be 25 pixels, and let's use the product side, then the list, and a pseudo element first child. Then we have to say that padding top would be 0, margin top is also 0, border top would be 0 pixel solid transparent. And okay, let's use the product side and the list, then list item, where margin bottom would be, margin bottom is going to be 18 pixel. And let's use the transition here. So this transition is going to be 0.5 seconds. Okay, then I would like to go with product side, then list item and anchor tag. So the font size would be 14 pixels and font weight is going to be normal. And then let's choose the color here, and the color is going to be 606060. Then we have to use the position here, so not inherit but relative. And okay, so now let's use the side shadow class. So side shadow, let's have a box shadow, and it is going to be 0 pixel, then 10 pixel, again 10 pixel, 0 pixels, and let's use some RGBA, where 153 and 153 and 153 and then 0.2. okay, now let's use some media screen. So media curate max width is 991 pixels. Okay, and we have to use the side title class here, side title. So the side title is going to have a padding left of 0 and padding right would be 0.2. Then after this, let's use the side title heading 3 and margin bottom 20 pixels, font size 14 pixels, color would be white, font weight is 600. I need to check it again, okay, because I forgot about the font 4, 6 and 7. Yeah, so I was correct. And 600, and then we have to use the line height. So line height would be 40 pixels. Position is relative, and background is going to be 44546. Then padding and 10 pixels, 15 pixels, let's choose 10 pixels again, and then 30 pixels. Okay, text transform uppercase, save it, move on to the browser. So here we have done, and what's the problem? What's wrong with this? There must be something wrong within the markup. So let's check this black leather yeah, list item. Save it, and here we go. So we have done with our this site section. Now we have to work with this product section, the main product section, or this section in the middle. Okay, so let's go. We are already here in the index.html. Let me remove this extra space, and okay. So you know what, the section we are going to create means this middle or this body, we can say the body of this page, or the main product section, or with the product items, they are within the same section. So for this, I just want to have, after these two divs, after the aside these two divs, let's have another div. We are not going to create another section, but we have to work within the same section. Okay, and the column large is going to be 9, and here is the error, column large 9. Okay, then we have to say have another division, and this div is going to have a class of raw, then another div assigning it a class. This class is going to be column large 12. Let's go with another div assigning it a class, and product top. Okay, display flex, and justify content and between. Okay, and align items center. Now we would like to go with another div assigning it a class. This is going to be product section, then the product item, and heading 2 with a class of margin top and bottom 5, and let's have a title watches. Okay, save it, move on to the browser first, and let's see, not this one, we are here. Okay, then the next thing is the main images section, or the product section. So the class is going to be column large 4 and column small 6. Okay, then another div assigning it a class. This class is going to be product cat or categories. So let's have a wrapping div here, and within this, let's go with the image source. I do have the images within my images folder, image 1.jpg and alt text, and okay, and then you have to go with another div assigning it a class. This class is going to be product icon. The icons, we are going to have the heart and the shopping cart icon. Let's have an unordered list here. Within this unordered list, we should go with the list item, and I am having some issues with the alignment, so let me bring it here. I know this is not the right way, but let me do this. So and not there. Seems I'm playing. Okay, so enough playing. After this unordered list, we do have a list item, and then we would like to go with anchor tag, and then let's have a font awesome icon here. We can add the product link, where this link leads us to the main product page, where the product will have a description and all these things. If you guys want me to create that page, do let me know in the comments below. I will create that one for you also. So here let's have a class, and the class is going to be FES heart, and we would like to go with another, it's not this, it's this, FES heart. And after this, let's have another list item. So what I'm thinking, let me place it here. And now I would like to copy this or paste it here, and this should be shopping cart. Okay, so shopping cart, save it. Then after this, just for the convenience, okay, I don't want to make the things, okay, so look at the image. It's such a massive image, and yeah, we have to work with this image, and let's work with the description also. So after this, let's have a let's use a div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be product description with heading 5 element, and let's say watch brand, and then after let's have a p element with the prices, and the price is going to be $1,500, and this should be again for the convenience. Save it. Right now just I want to have a class here, so image fluid, just to make it responsive. Okay, this one, okay, but I don't want this class right now here, just to see and just to show you guys and just to see something. I just have this here. Save it. Now what I'm going to do, I just want to copy and paste the same div, and I want to have it in the I just want to change the images. Okay, so here I am copying it until this, copy this, save it here, and I know I have to use image fluid just to see, but you know it is going to be image 2. Then let's have another image. This is going to be image 3. Another image, I'm going out of alignment again, 4, and image 5. Look at this, you know, I'm going out of alignment. So for this, let me be in the, okay, so I have fixed the alignment. So here is the image 5. Okay, now first of all, let's set these images, let's style them, and then later the rest of the images will add later. Okay, so here in the main.css, because here if you guys can see in the browser, it's a mess of the images. Okay, so I don't want to go with this. Let's style this first, and then we will add some other images. Okay, so here let's say product items. I don't know, but let's go with this. And the spelling of the product is wrong. Product. Okay. So first of all, let's go with the media, and max width is going to be 991 pixels, and here we should go with the product item. The width for this is going to be 100%, and I would like to use the important flag. Okay, save it. Okay, product item, and the width is 100 and 100% and important flag. Now we have to work with the product top. So let's go with the product top and product not within this, sorry, here product top and product section. So it has a heading 5, sorry. Okay, and then let's go with the font size, which is 13 pixels, and let's go with the 14 pixels. Okay, and then we have to go with the font weight, which would be 600. Text transform, capitalize, margin bottom 0, and let's go with the product category and image. So product, I'm just thinking about the spellings. Yep, product image, and here I would like to set the image to 100%. Save it. Okay, so here the images are set to 100%. Okay, then let's go with the icon. So for this, the product category and product icon. Product icon, so let's go with the position, and the position is absolute, then right minus 30 pixels, then let's go with the bottom, which is 100 pixels, visibility is hidden, and opacity is going to be 0. Let's use the transition here, which is 0.5 seconds. Okay, I would like to copy this. Let's paste it here, and let's go with the width, which is 50 pixels. Height is also 50 pixels. Display, this time I'm going to use inherit. It has to inherit from its parent and parent element, and then let's have to go with the background, which is 0. Then border radius is 50%, and line height, so the line height would be 50 pixels. Let's go with the text alignment, so text align center, color would be white, and margin right is 10 pixels, then margin top 5 pixels. Okay, let's use the product category hover and product icon. So the position here is going to be absolute, then right is 11 pixels and bottom would be 100 pixels. Visibility on hover would be visible and opacity is 1. Okay, move on to the browser. So when I hover over it, you guys can see that it has it and the icons are appearing. Now we have to work with this title and the price. So for this, let's say product category and product description. The text alignment is going to be center. Margin top is going to be 23 pixels. Now let me copy this, paste it here, heading 5. Font size is going to be 16 pixels and color would be black. Margin bottom is 0 and let me copy the same selector, paste it here, and here in place of each 5, let's go with the P element where the font size is going to be 18 pixels and font weight would be 600. Then let's use a color and the color is going to be 60 and yes, it's done. Okay, so let's add some more images, 4 more images. Okay, and then we have to add the button also. So for this, let me get this from here, copy this, paste it here, and here the image is going to be image 6. Let me show you because I want the page to show it nicely. Okay, let's have some more images. So you know what okay, I was thinking to get few images together. So image 7, image 8, and the last one is enough, image 9. Save it, move on to the browser. Okay, fine, so we do have the images here. Now we need the button. So everything is working nicely, effects are looking good. Now we have to work with this button. Okay, so for this, let's go to the index.html. Okay, so let's have a button here, button for this page. After this, let's have a button here. I should go with this side. But for the button, let's go with the div, assigning it a class, column LG12, and you know that this is L12. Then text is going to be center and href, and then we have a class here. So the class is going to be product btn. The button is saying more items. Quick save it, move on to the browser. Let's see. Okay, here is the button. So let's start styling this button here. Let's work with the product btn class, and the display is going to be inline block. Then we have to work with the width of this button, which would be 180 pixels. Let's work with the height, and height is going to be 60 pixels. Then we have to work with the line height, and the line height is 60 pixels too. Then we should work with the text align, and it is center. Let's go with the background. Background is white, and let's have a font size. This is going to be 18 pixels. Let's go with, let me bring it here. Actually, my neighbor's dog is making noise, so please bear with me. The font weight is going to be 600, and let's use it to 700. Okay, and then let's go with the color. So the color is going to be 1E, 1E, and 1E. And then we have to go with the transition. So the transition is all 0.4 seconds, ease in out, and text transformation is going to be capitalized. Then we have to work with the hover. So copy this, please paste it here, hover. Color is going to be white. I need to use the important flag here again, and background is black. Then we have to work with the text decoration. Text decoration is none, and again for the smaller screens are add media. The maximum width for this is 991 pixels. Product button, product btn, and height would be 50 pixels, and width would be 140 pixels, and then line height, not style, sorry, line height, this would be 50 pixels too. Save it, and it's line height, not list height, line height. Okay, move on to the browser, and yes, we have done with our product category page. And if you guys want to have a footer, of course you want to have a footer, add a footer according to your wish. And let me show you the responsiveness of this page. So everything is working nicely here. Let me show you this. It's also working the drop down, so all those who are asking me the things, I hope that this is going to clear and this is going to help you guys. So here is, this is the menu. Okay, close it, product sections, category. When I click on it, the icons are appearing and it's looking cool, nice. And I hope that you guys will like this project. If so, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Hasta la vista. Ciao, ciao.